Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. In today's episode, it is 3:30 a.m. I'm not gonna let you guess. You should know what. You already know what it is. Should I have recorded this episode earlier today? Yeah. What did I do instead? Played Final Fantasy 14 all day. It's like it's good because there was definitely a long period of time where I could not find a game to play for fun. I would turn on the stream and I would play something for 4 or so hours, but I would spend most of my day just sitting here. So it's nice to have Final Fantasy 14. It's an MMO that I can really just sink a lot of time into without thinking too hard. And that's good. On the other hand, I should have recorded this episode earlier and I didn't have anything I needed to do today, but I had some stuff I could have done today instead. But I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it after this episode even. Anyway, anything interesting with me? Yeah, there was something interesting today. Right before this episode, I went and I let my dogs out, and I heard an owl. And that was exciting. I heard the owl hoot, and I went, "Aw, yeah." I think he lives in a barn nearby. There's a little barn a little ways off that it sounds like he's hanging out in, or she, I suppose. I don't I don't know which type of owl it is, but it's cool. Good to see. Love to hear. You just love to hear it, is what I should say. But yeah, how you doing? Hope you're hanging in there. It's the 19th today. Well, actually it's the 18th today. It's going into the 19th. You'll be seeing this on the 19th. I guess it is the 19th then. I don't know. For me it's Monday night. For you it's probably Tuesday. Maybe it's Wednesday. Maybe it's Wednesday. I'm doing well. Hope you are as well. Let me ask you a question. I'm sourcing this one from Twitch chat again. Kaelric in Twitch chat gave me this one. Great, good question, good question. I didn't actually answer it in Twitch chat too. Like I didn't answer it while I was streaming because I got distracted. So I wanted to bring it up again here. The question was, what kind of bug can you deal with the best? Like what kind of bug is there that you are okay with? I do have an answer for this one. It's flies. I don't have any problem with flies. Hate like every other bug in existence, but I don't mind flies. I'll let them land on me. And people are like, "Oh, it's gross." Yeah, I don't really care. It's really not that big of a deal to me. But it's interesting that I got asked this question today because as I was going, like a little bit after I woke up, I was going down the stairs and I saw a centipede. It's been a very long time since I last saw a centipede. Probably a few years, but I feel like they're pretty rare to see for me anyway. Living in the northern United States, it's not cold all the time. Like we have warm periods of the year throughout the summer, but it's not a very bug-laden place. So I don't see a lot of those types of bugs. It was a surprise though. And I think I saw a bug in the bathroom just before this too. I don't know what it was. I didn't look too closely. It was pretty big though. So yeah, a little bug talk. What kind of bugs do you like? Maybe you're one of the types who likes all of the bugs. I had a friend in high school who was like that. She'd like pick up. I remember there was a spider in our classroom, and she just picked it up with her bare hand and carried it outside. And I went, damn, I respect that, but I would never do that. Right on, live your life. All right, let's play Monster Train, shall we? We're a little fade today. Very exciting. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and begin. I'm gonna adjust how I'm sitting as well. Ooh, and I bumped the desk. Episode ruined. Pack it in. Alright. We got Soul Sucker Talos, Darkness Arcus, Sap Seraph, Molten Encasement, Vine Grasp, Memories of the Melted. We are Exile Awoken with Little Fade today. Tempered Talisman does nothing, and probably will do nothing. +3 on Vine Grasp is alright. I mean, Golden Vault's just scary. I'm gonna lose a lot of money for nothing. I don't think it's worth it. What did I play last time? Dude, I have no idea. What did I play? Let me see. Let me look. Let me pause the recording and go look. I want to know now. I'll be right back. Hey, it's me. I'm back. We played Spike's Fade last time. We're gonna play Firelight Fade. I'm fine with that. I think the Firelight Fade is best with a start like this as well. Why do I think that Firelight Fade is good here? Well, there's a few things. One of them is Root Seeds means that you will not have as many situations where you miss Primitive Mold in the early game because you draw extra cards in a turn. Number 2 is Molten Encasement is a good card to just slot in right behind Little Fade. Put an Endless on this and that can be your survivability for your 4, because as we've talked about, Firelight Fade, you have survivability issues. She does not tank a lot and she doesn't give a lot of health, so you have to have some answer. Molten Encasement is good for that. And I guess that's basically it. We have Vine Grasp as well. Like, it's a really good one for Firelight Fade. So the only thing that's missing is Burnout Extension, but we'll get that. I'm confident. Rather, I'm hopeful, but confident sounds better. I do like playing bottom floor in the early combats with Little Fade. I know it's a little bit more risky, but if something goes wrong, I have time to reform these units that die now. Like, if I miss Little Fade for one reason or another, I can bring these guys back. And we will play Vine Grasp here. I could kill and reform Fade right now. Is that worth it? That's gotta be worth it, right? It's just stats. I don't see a reason why this would be bad. I guess in theory you could now draw your primitive molds all on this turn and then whiff, right? And just not have Fade come back for Relentless, but it's 6 out of 7. It has to be my bottom card for it to be bad, so I have Fade. We take 4. Ooh, it was almost my bottom card. It's not even that bad. If it was my bottom card, we'd still be fine. Right, because we played bottom floor, we have time to pull a unit back. Yeah, Firelight Fade leaving combat 1 only down 4 HP. You love to see that. Ooh, this is a toughie. Purifying Cleanse is a Burnout Extender, and Burnout Extenders make this Little Fade path feel better. But Draft, though. I'm gonna click Draft. I can't stop myself there. It's just, it's too good. And I like Sting. I don't care for Vine Grasp, and I don't think Sharpen does much. Well, rather, I already have Vine Grasp, and I'm not paying 2 energy for Sharpen to give me +4/+4 on spikes as well. So Sting makes sense because Sting is usually better than skipping. For a number of reasons. Would love to just see a really easy run here, like Animus of Will. Endless +25/+10. Animus of Speed, Thorned Hollow. Man, take Animus of Speed, I guess. I do like Endless Molten Encasement here. And then we take space 1 time, I believe. 1 space take. +30, +10 piercing. I do have to make sure that I can actually get all of my Pact Shards. I feel like I'm pretty good at remembering just from a quick sweep through. It's not so many objects that I have a hard time remembering all of that. You know what feels smart here? +25 on Animus of Speed. Just to be safe, you know? Do I need that? Probably not, but let's do it just to be safe. And I will take this trial. This is the trial that I'm taking because I'm not that afraid of these enemies. They're not going to do a whole lot of damage if they walk the pyre. Yeah, your quick is just bad, and I think I'd rather have Train Steward down here, actually. Like, it's just not worth. You're gonna go mid-floor. It feels weird, but the quick is just not good. It's worthless. So I'd rather have a floor that looks like this. We drew the floor early, and that's very fortunate. Yeah, Train Steward here, and then Draft in the back. This floor is good. I'll take the money as well. I'm gonna have a lot of bad draws here, though, because I have these Reconcilers to reconcile. Kill 1, and then Root Seeds helps fight back. Yeah, I mean, it's best to just kill it, right? And then I take less damage here. Yeah. Now we hope I don't miss. Alright, so it's 50-50. Terrible news. Really bad. I think it'll be okay because Animus of Speed is here, but... Oh, we also have this Molten Encasement coming up, actually. So that'll really make it okay. 2 more rounds of burnout, though. My life. But that's okay, because the Molten Encasement should do enough here. Plus quick. Should be fine. Monster Train! That's alright. But, ooh. That's the sort of moment that makes me wish that I used a face cam. Because the feeling that I have there can only be expressed by the motion of my eyes. Going very wide. I'll take hollow drippings here. Burnout extension. Yeah. Swimmer's okay. Kills backline. Razor Sharp Edge. Not that interesting because we have Little Fade. She does all the defensive scaling I need. I think I'll take Glimmer. Wow, these units are not good. I think that of these options, the best one is Lady of the House. By quite a bit. Yeah, I think it's just Lady of the House. It's good because she starts with 3 burnout. And I don't want to play Lady of the House, but it looks like I have to play Lady of the House, right? Because if I want to do a Draft Infuse duplicate line, the duplicate's here, and the infusion doesn't happen again for a while, right? The duplicates are here and here, so I wouldn't be able to infuse and duplicate until Seraph, and that's way too late. So I wanted to play like Animus of Will or Shattered Shell or Husk Hermit even, but it looks like we're playing Lady of the House. And nothing at the Melting Banner is going to make me feel better here, so we'll just take our Draft Infusion on the Lady of the House. My mouse just died? There it goes. Just turned off for a sec there, I guess. So Draft Infusion on Lady of the House. Ideally, I'm going to give her another multi-strike from a Steel Shop. And yeah, that's it. I'm just going to leave her open to 3 multi-strike total because I don't really want to give her plus 25. We have the Molten Encasement. And she doesn't need regular stats. She just needs multi-strike. She doesn't need quick either for anything. Okay. I mean, I think from this position even we are fine. You go... I don't need quick tome. Go for endless tome here. Oh, Hallowed Halls works too. Yeah, that's good. Sure. Because what you do with Hallowed Halls here is you remove every unit so that there's nothing for it to reform. Fade can end up in the back though with Hallowed Halls, but if you do Value Stone Hole over Hallowed Halls, it's strong. I don't think I need this. I think that this is like... I think that this is losing sight of what we're trying to do with Little Fade right now. Like, maybe it's good, right? Maybe it's good. But I can see a situation where Little Fade gets generated in the back and then just doesn't die. And that seems bad. So, I don't want it. I think it muddies the waters of what we're trying to play here. We take space from Talos, by the way, game plan-wise. This is a space draw sort of run. Shit, dude, I'll play bottom floor again. Until the game gives me a reason to not play bottom floor. And I guess this Animus' speed can go hang out somewhere. It's quick, so she gets to attack. I think I just heard my phone buzz. Hold on. Did I? No, because who the fuck's gonna send me a message at... What time is it? 4 a.m.? Nobody, don't be ridiculous. It felt like I felt the buzz though, so I don't know. Maybe this is it. I've really lost it now. No, from this position, this run is... Would I say set in stone? It's pretty close to set in stone, honestly. We got a good plan for Fade to scale, and we got survivability for that plan. Like, I can't imagine what goes wrong here, which is fun to say because now, if something does go wrong, it's very exciting, isn't it? We get to learn something. And that's what we're here for, really. You're here to watch me play Monster Train at an acceptable level and learn something for it, aren't you? You play Hollow Drippings first here, and then you play Fade. That way you don't give Fade the burnout, although it doesn't matter because she's going to die in Relentless anyway. The Titans will not doom us to die. Yeah, okay, lady. Remember when I was talking about making that lore video? I got somewhere on it, but I never finished it. Maybe one day. It's a fun idea. I don't have the focus for it, I feel. Yeah, Channel Song, Shard Channel, or Wildwood Tome. Shard Channel with Spike's Fade could have been fun, but alas. Big Sludge. You could play Animus of Will here. We could, but I already gave up the draft, so it's too late. Animus of Will. I know what you're thinking. Animus of Will is more instances of multi-strike is what you could be thinking there. And you're not wrong. She hits 3 times instead of 2. But the baseline for Burnout 35-45 is just, it's enough value for me to not want to go Animus of Will here. Big Sludge. Maybe another day, buddy. If we take Space here, the reasoning for Space here is because we want to play Fade, Tomb, Lady. And we're going to go ahead and just duplicate right now. There's Shattered Shell as well. All units that I wanted to take, but they were too late. We duplicate this, and then... Am I cocky enough to take this horde? Yeah, I am. Rationing Scales, Faulty Loader. These aren't good. I'll take Thorn Casing. Faulty Loader doesn't kill Fade, and Rationing Scales costs me HP for not much value right now. So, alright. The sad part about this is that I didn't get to put Multi-Strike on the Lady of the House before I had to duplicate her, but I got the infusion, so I did put Multi-Strike on her, to be fair. Play a higher 4 this time. I want to wait. I don't want to send myself straight to the Abyss here. I want to wait to draw my Tomb, ideally. Yeah, Animus' speed can go drop some damage, why not? I think there is a reason. Yeah, there is a reason not to play that, actually. My mistake. I put her in the Reform Pool. What a fool. What a fool I am. It's alright, though. Doesn't do any harm in there. This is fine. You can play this. Yeah. I'd have to make it so that 41 doesn't kill here. I guess you just play Hollow Drippings as well. It's fine, don't worry. I did the math there. I'm not going to explain the math because it's hard to put into words. It's not that complicated or anything, don't get me wrong. It's just hard to put it into words. You know how I am with words. I say a lot, and yet I say so little. Yeah. Like, I guess I find Grasp. It doesn't make a difference, really. I actually think killing enemies is bad now that we have the Stealth Tomb in play. Might just not want it. 65 here. So you're 135. So if... I mean, I just play Root Seeds, and that's... 63 times 2 is 126. You missed this by just a touch. Alright, that's fine. I could have saved this damage, I think. Yeah, you missed this by ever so slightly much. You missed it by 5. Could have saved this 2 damage maybe if I put the Molten Encasement in front and stealth my Stealth Tomb, but that's alright. I don't mind that. You grasp here to get the stealth? No, doesn't work. Huh. Don't play Animus' speed. I need to remove all the units from this deck so I don't make that mistake again. It's really, like, the units are dead cards, so it is good to get rid of them, but it is primarily because I make that mistake often, where I accidentally play the units. It's commonplace in every other run, but in Firelight Fade it's bad. I guess in Fade in general it's bad. 75, so that was 150? 2 units doing 150. Eh. I think we're alright. I mean, if we lose this, I'm pretty shocked, I guess, really. I just want the money. Maybe taking this money is bad. Maybe this is cocky, but I just want the money. I don't need anything else there. You could take +10 to your units, but why? Give me the money. Firewall's fine. Floating fungus doesn't do anything because we're not playing regen, so I'll take firewall. This position, I want to start thinking about taking things like Burnout 1. I'm never going to fill out these ladies all the way, so we can put one with Burnout 1 and one with +25, I think. Because now I need to see 3 multi-strike to cap out on multi-strike, so... There's one of them. I think I want the multi-strike on the one with the higher burnout, and then the one with the higher HP goes in front. I'm gonna see another steel shop. I'm not gonna go to a magic shop for any reason. You can give me money here, and we will purge Animus of Speed, and we will purge a Train Steward. And those are both good to be gone. I think I will go to the steel shop again, and then we'll go to this vortex here with the magic shop. What do I need to be at? I need to be at... I need to take 25 from these 2 temples. I can do that. Let's go. I got 215 gold. Spikes 4 is a little concerning. I'll play it cool here. Why am I playing it cool here? I could take Spikes 4, and that is fair. I could take it. But I don't want to take it because I can't think of a relic that I want. And generally speaking, when I can't think of a relic that makes me go, ah yeah, I want to pick that up. By the way, might take damage for killing that collector, but I wanted the money. But if I can't think of a relic that's worth risking the damage taken, I just don't take it. I don't take the trial. Maybe I beat that trial without any issue? Yeah, sure, maybe. But maybe not. I'm gonna kill that healer here. Try to stop myself from taking any unnecessary damage to my pyre wall, even. This is sweet boss, I believe. Yeah, like there is a reason for me to not kill off these enemies, right? Because I need them to kill Fade, but it's good to not get into the bad habit now, is what it feels like, because in later combats it's going to matter. I'm going to want to be picking those enemies off, but also interesting that because Molten Encasement keeps getting the stats, I'm not getting stealth every turn. I don't think it's bad, per se. Like, there is no reason not to do this. Just take 27 damage, right? I can't think of a reason. No, there is a reason. I could miss now and not draw Fade. But that is bad. Yeah, that is bad. But not too bad, because we win anyway. But yeah, there is a reason not to do that in the future. I don't have holdover on a reform, so it's not a guarantee that I pull Fade back. Yeah, Votivary Memories. Sacred Wick's not interested. Wake Pyrogrow Wildwood Custodian, also not interested. I'm gonna go look for another multi-strike here. And we can also see melee weakness on strike, which would be cool. Wow, we hit it. Back-to-back multi-strike shops. That's really helpful. Gonna show me like melee weakness on strike here? I can give up higher health for a relic. Yeah, sure. I should have obviously, I mean, this is one of those situations where it's like, yeah, it would have been nice to have this before I went to the steel shop, but if you go to the steel shop second and this is melee weakness on strike, then it, or like an overflow effect that you want, like plus 25 on a unit that's full up, right? Then it's bad. So, there's a reason to go that way. Kind of want to burn the Glimmer. But not really, because I should just Extreme Stone it. Go to 80. I do like the Purge Stone, but what are you purging here? I don't know. I don't really care to purge any of these. Vine Grasp's good. Sting's good. Root Seeds is good. Primitive Mold's good. Hollow Drippings is good. I guess Memories is bad, but it's consumed, so I'll just chill. I want to remove these Train Stewards, and then probably just 1 and 1. And probably 2 Root Seeds. Maybe you kill Memories. I don't know. Vine grass? I don't really know what I removed because I want to go down to like 20 cards, but it's hard to. Let's go see Arcus. Arcus. This is Spell Shield, I believe. Yeah. I feel like I haven't fought the other one in a while. Yeah, I guess I'll play bottom 4. What's the other one? There's Darkness, there's Shadow, which is Curse Spell, and then there's... And I guess their names don't really matter, do they? How the hell do I care what they're called? Darkness, Shadow, and... Failure. The other one's called Failure. I remember now. Hate that guy. Ah, you fool! I didn't realize which shard that was. It didn't register in my mind. I'm the failure after all. That's okay. It's not a great mistake, but it's not gonna cost me that much HP because I have Firewall. And I have this Glimmer too. I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about Arcus. Glimmer here. And the burnout extending there on Fade doesn't matter. You're gonna hit me what, 3 times? So I'm gonna take 12? Not 12. 12? Well, less now. Oh, you hit me twice and I take 3. No, that was 12, I was right. Doubted myself, but I didn't need to doubt myself, I had it. Once the enemies start, once the enemies start hitting harder, I'm going to see more value out of the Molten Encasement. It's like a future-proof idea. Don't encamp the boss for no reason. But no, it's a future-proofing idea because you get to the point where you start taking just ridiculous damage numbers, and you need this stealth because Fade doesn't cut it anymore. But we're not at that point yet. Right now, Fade is plenty. This is definitely draw. Took 3 damage for my negligence. Wax and Spike is good. You can just add Burnout 4 and like, what, 8 attack? It's not much, but it's the Burnout 4 that I really care about. Alternatively, you could take Space and play Sacrificial Resurrection. The problem is I don't have anything I want to sacrifice, so I'll take Spike. It's something to spend my energy on, if nothing else. And we take Draw. Go ahead and remove these Train Stewards. Don't forget I need to take 10 pack shards here. Do remember to take the 10. Plus 10 piercing, sure. Actually want to make this Vine Grasp do 16. That's a little bit better in my mind. Cavern saves. Take a Strength Stone, sure. Plus 10 usually not very good, but plus 10 when it goes in its own slot, pretty cool. It actually gave me an idea just now. What if you could do like... What if one of the slots on the upgrades for your units was only for regular stones, like the small stones, and one was only for super stones? That'd be weird. I don't know if it would be a good change or not. It's fun to throw out ideas like that though, I feel. Permafrost. I don't need to permafreeze anything. I want to leave plus 10 piercing available. Actually, I already took plus 10 piercing, never mind. I'm gonna make this Glimmer 0. Throw another removal out. It does go to Root Seeds. Because the memories I get to spend. And then the card's just gone once you play it, is what I'm trying to say. You don't, I get to spend it. Yeah, sure, me. Keep it up, brain. You're doing great. Plus 8, like this is the sort of combat where I just get clapped if I take plus 8, I feel like. But if I draw my stealth in time, it's not a big deal. But if I misdraw, I'm gonna fire it off. I'm gonna take it. I'm down. You just play top 4 and you give yourself time to cycle through the deck. Or I draw stealth turn 1. 35 times 3. I think this is good. I think I just play bottom 4 here. Meet them head on. I like doing it like this, playing bottom 4 when... Yeah, I like doing it like this when I have everything I need turn 1 like that. Because now I just get to start the fade scaling a turn earlier than I would have otherwise been able to. And that seems good. Like that. I'm gonna draw Glimmer for these two. I'm gonna grab the Collector. I was thinking about skipping the Collector there, but I'm gonna draw Glimmer to kill these two Gilded Wing Shade Wings, so I don't have to worry about those guys walking up for any reason. This is 5, Fatal Live. Yeah, if I play these Root Seeds out, I'll draw into it now. The Glimmer, that is. And so I can Glimmer that floor and just ignore it. Oh, or I could have planned to Glimmer this floor. But there's no reason to. It's dead anyway. Yeah. I don't know why I would ever Glimmer that floor. Yeah, it just dies. There's no question. Play Hollow Drippings, play Fade, play Molten Encasement, and play Waxen Spike. Oh, I need to cut out this other Molten Encasement. It has like some fringe uses though, which is why I'm hesitant to just rush and take it out. Like if I draw it on turn 1 and not the Burnout or the Endless one, it could be better. Save my 5 HP, why not? Yeah, these are big stats. Firelight Fade. Sometimes I get a little worried about Firelight Fade in the mid game, and then we get to the end game and I go, oh yeah, this is big stats. Big stats. Thank you to Stealth for keeping me safe there, because those Shade Wings would have brutalized me. Engulfed in Smoke. It's a stealth card, but I don't need it. Ensnare. Again, I just don't need it. And Ensnare is -1 draw overall, because you have to draw it the first time. But I don't love it there. We'll go right. Like, Ensnare replaces itself after you draw it, but it is -1 draw on the turn that you draw it. Every turn afterwards, it's free though. Clear out of Root Seeds. Anything interesting in the old trinket shop? There's Fate's First Blade, which I'll just grab. Fun. Rage 3 every turn. It's good. Channel Heart I don't need with 1 Sting. Encased Ember I don't need the energy. Mold Braces is a waste. I know it sounds good. You may be thinking. Oh, we could put the Molten Encasement in the middle actually. Right? Stealth. Once you stealth up these ladies, you can move it to the back or middle of the floor. And then you get the armor on the ladies. I don't need to do that. I'd be better off making removals. Like, that doesn't seem very worthwhile. I'm gonna make a lot of choices that just don't matter here and save myself. Like, I'm gonna throw out some removals. I'll put a -1 on the other Root Seeds. +10 Vine Grasp seems good. Maybe one of these ideas will matter. You never know. I'm gonna hold over Vine Grasp, that's piercing. Sure. If I don't like it, I just don't play it. That's fine. And I will duplicate nothing. Yeah, I don't really want anything else here. 2 Root Seeds. I've removed Root Seeds here, so yeah, I don't want to duplicate. Alright. I'm 100 of 100. Sure, I actually would rather buy Precious Blading here. Mold Braces makes me think, and I'm not in the thinking mood. It's late, I'm a little tired, not super tired. I can still form coherent sentences. I'm not falling asleep levels of tired, but I'm a little tired. And I'm just gonna I started parsing this turn and then whatever I was saying is gone. Because, like... Do I kill my own fate here? I think I do. Because now I can reform her next turn. I don't think I hold this Vine Grasp over on turn 1 before I draw the Molten Encasement. Yeah, so whatever I was saying is gone. I got distracted. That is going to happen sometimes, I suppose. Do not want to increase Fade's burnout. You play Spike first, and then you have it. Maybe I am tired. Yeah, so even in the case where I draw Molten Encasement last, I still draw it in time. Good to know. A good little tool to have for you. I could have removed some permanent molds. I didn't need 5. That's alright though. I just draw the whole deck every other turn, yeah. And now Molten Encasement's gonna start dying every turn. I said he didn't look great now. Now he looks great. I'm gonna use these Vine Grafts in the back pocket. I should be using them to pick off enemies and things of that nature. But I'm just gonna use them for nothing. I think I'll just use them for nothing. Upgrade Vine Grasp. Don't use it. I'll tell you, at this point in my career of YouTube video creation, I'm gonna go off on a bit of a tangent here, if you don't mind. At this point in my life making these videos, It doesn't die. There you go. Crazy. Wild. The stream of consciousness that comes out of me when I am just talking about monstertrain plays and just generally talking about things of that nature in these games, it's basically second nature at this point. I can handle it. Like I have an inner monologue, and I feel like most people do have this sort of inner monologue. But when I've spoken to myself in the past in the inner monologue style, I usually am like explaining things as if I'm explaining it to someone else. Like I try to make it make sense as if I were trying to tell someone, usually a friend or something like that. Where am I going with this? Thank you for asking. I will now get to the point. Sometimes when I am in the middle of my stream of consciousness while playing this game, I will just have like a moment of lucidity, and I'll go, hey, what the fuck did I just say? What did any of what I just said mean? Anyway, I just wanted to go on a little tangent there to tell you that just happened to me, and I wanted to explain that phenomenon to you. Because, like, sometimes I'm just sitting here and I go, hey, what the fuck did this bitch just say to me? But this bitch is me. I'm this bitch. Doesn't happen to me all that often. And I usually fix it, because usually when that happens to me, I'm just saying nonsense filler because a combat or a run is just over. And I don't want to sit here and just have dead air, right? I don't want this video to become me going and saying nothing to you. That's kind of counterintuitive, isn't it? Yes, I wanted the ladies to have the same numbers, but I guess that's not going to happen anyway because of the +10s and things of that nature. Yeah, when I'm just talking about the game, I never really have that situation where I'm like, hey, what did I just say? That didn't sound right. What words just came out of my mouth? But, man, sometimes I hear myself in the runs over bullshitting phase, and I go, what the fuck is this guy saying? I'm gonna kill Fade and Reformer. Maybe that doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. But it felt right. Yeah, and... oh, I held this card over. It didn't make a difference, but I shouldn't hold this over in the future. Not until I draw my Molten Encasement. That is something that I talked about earlier, but then forgot. You can do Vine Grasp on Fade into Primitive Mold to bring her back. And I will Wax and Spike now, why not? And the whole wave that I put this +10 piercing on Divine Grasp for, I'm just gonna use it to beat up the Harvest wave. I don't really need to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Fuck the Harvest wave. Shout out Lil Fade for giving me a nice easy run to boost my confidence after we lost Been on a bit of a win-lose sort of deal. We got on a bit of a tear there for a little while. Like the game threw me a bunch of softball runs, but this is a good run. A good upstanding Firelight Fade run. No tricks, no funny business, just good down home, wholesome Firelight Fade gameplay. It's not even what I wanted, really, right? Like, I wanted a different setup here. I wanted to play Animus of Will or Shattered Shell, which honestly, I don't know if Shattered Shell would have been that good, to be real with you. I think it might have been, maybe not bad, right? Two Shattered Shells with a Draft Infusion and a Multi-Strike. I wonder if that would have been good. Would be close. Like, the Shattered Shells get the benefit of scaling themselves, and they get the benefit of sweeping, right? So I'd be doing a bunch of extra damage to the Divinity, but at the cost of playing Shattered Shell, right? And that might not sound like much, but one of the things that's really nice about this run is these ladies of the house. They are very beefy and they can stand on their own. 45 HP is a ton. A certain someone, on the other hand, named Shattered Shell, he has 10 HP. And he would die to spikes pretty heavily. You'd have to change things up a bit. Maybe you'd be fine. But I'd rather not find out here. Maybe one day, though. Maybe one day we'll get to play the Shattered Shell Firelight Fade line. Oh. My health bar. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Alright. Goodbye, Divinity. I feel like I spent more time thinking on this run than I needed to. I don't know why. What was I thinking about? I guess I was just thinking about making sure I play my... There's an order aspect to this, I guess. So I was probably thinking about order. Don't want to get hit with an order lull. Those are the worst. Alright. By the way, I mean, I should have said this earlier in the video, maybe when I was just talking about nonsense, but I read through your comments yesterday. I should have said this at the start of the video. I read through your comments from yesterday's video, and most people said they didn't really care about the end of video ads, so I'm going to leave them on. And I think there was something else I was going to mention there, but that's gone from my brain. Alright, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.